Hey there, this is Taylor Haywood on the campus of Huntington University, and you're listening to Rooted. Make sure you subscribe to Rooted on iTunes or Google Play. You can find us by searching Forrester Radio Rooted, and you can catch Rooted every Thursday evening at 7 on 105.5 WQHU. And as always, you can stream Forrester Radio anytime, anywhere on the Radio FX app. Today, I am sitting down with Genesis Reed. So Genesis, I know you because you're my roommate, but for those who don't, would you mind explaining a little bit about yourself and who you are?
My name is Genesis Reed. I am a sophomore film major.
So it's that spooky time of the year where Halloween is upon us. What do you think about Halloween in general?
I mean, it's cool to see people dressed up and stuff. I mean, little kids dressing up is like, I think it's really cute because kids are adorable if they're not being monsters. Candy is always the nice thing. Discount candy when Halloween is over.
So we briefly touched on this subject a few days ago, but growing up, why were you not allowed to celebrate Halloween?
So I actually thought about this a little bit more. I feel like it's kind of partly the way my parents grew up because I don't think they ever did Halloween stuff in their families because both my parents grew up Christians and I think their parents just kind of didn't let them do that stuff. And I'm the oldest kid, so basically my parents were just figuring things out on their own with me. I feel like it was partially because they weren't sure about it, because if they didn't do it, they didn't know, like, if it'd be okay to let me do it. Like, I remember at one point it was something about, like, Halloween associating with, like, the devil and something like that. We handed out candy to kids, and I was okay with that. But, like, I know in high school, my mom, the theater group, they do haunted Halloween thing where we do a haunted theater, and we did that like every year. So I think she got more okay with it, but I think as a kid they were just still trying to figure it out whether it was actually okay for us to do it.
Going off of that, do you think that we as Christians should celebrate Halloween?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's fine to go around and dress up and like go trick-or-treating. I don't see anything wrong with that, really.
Yeah, going off of that also, do you think there's a right way and a wrong way to do so, apart from, like, murdering someone? Obviously, that's wrong. But, like, what else do you think would be considered right or wrong?
Like, like a right or wrong way to celebrate Halloween?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, a wrong way, I guess, would be, like, taking it too far in the, like, demonic area. Like, that's probably not okay. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, really.
So I remember talking about this. We talked about, like, the future and what we see ourselves, and I asked you if you're planning on having kids, and you said maybe. Would you allow them to dress up and celebrate Halloween the way that you were raised, or let them kind of be free and do what they want?
If I do have kids, like, if they want to go ahead and dress up and go, like, trick-or-treating, that's fine. I mean, be cute to dress them up, but I don't see anything really wrong with it, I guess.
What if you marry someone who has, like, an anti-Halloween perspectives? What would you say to him?
Anti-Halloween? I mean...
Like, would you still allow your kids to, even though your husband is against it, or...
How do I phrase this? Like, if he's against Halloween, like, completely, then I guess that's fine. We don't have to do Halloween. Like, as a kid, my brothers and I would stand at the end of our driveway and hand out candy to the other kids, and I'm pretty sure all three of us were just fine with that. So if he's against Halloween, that's no big deal. We just don't do Halloween. I mean, we weren't home as often growing up to do Halloween anyway, so...
I was going to say, another question I was kind of curious about, if your parents were to have allowed you, would you have, or would you still just not have really been interested in general?
Yeah, we weren't really home a lot, because my mom's a teacher, and so we were either at daycare or hanging out at the school all the time. So because we weren't home, I didn't really have a huge preference for Halloween, I guess. But, like, I wasn't huge into dressing up anyway. Like, I did theater all throughout high school. I think that's different, though, because in theater, I am a set character and like I'm dressing up as that character in that specific setting. And Halloween, it's like you're just dressing up to just walk around in public. I think if I was wearing my theater costumes walking around the school like that, I would probably not feel as comfortable. I'm not one who always likes attention on myself. Like, I don't like being the odd one out, I guess. So, yeah.
That's fair. I mean, it's always interesting to listen to someone else's perspectives on a certain holiday or a certain event. Because growing up, I was just the opposite. My parents weren't, I don't want to say strict, but they were very lenient when it came to dressing up for Halloween and stuff like that. So it's always interesting to hear someone else's perspectives on something that's completely different than yours, especially when it's someone you've lived with for 1.5 years. How can we pray for you? Like, is there anything that you're struggling with that we can pray for you, make sure you're okay?
I mean, right as of right now, I've got a couple exams coming up on like Friday and next Monday. I also have a paper due on Monday, so I've got a lot of studying and homework to do.
Thank you, Genesis, for taking time out of your busy day to join me on this episode of Rooted, and thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe to Rooted on iTunes or Google Play. And remember, you can listen on Forester Radio 105.5 WQHU over the air in Huntington or anytime, anywhere on the Radio FX app. Stay rooted, HU.